Hi guys, Steve here with the Fitness Hub. Here you're seeing my lower hypertrophy day. Due to a recent back injury, I have not been able to do high bar squats, so I've switched to low bar squats and I'm just getting used to them. This guy is just about to realise he's on film, yet you're on film. Here I'm using 130 kilograms, which is about 10 kilograms less than what I'd normally be doing with high bar, as I'm just getting used to the movement, but it felt pretty good here. My hypertrophy days I'm aiming for 8 to 12 reps. If you've never done low bar before, you can see just by my hand positioning here, it is a very different movement. The bar's a lot lower and my arms are obviously a lot wider in a tighter position there. After that first set, I then did another 5 other sets, and I did these at 125 kilograms. These felt good as well, and this is just showing you another angle here. With high bar you can generally get a lot deeper than you can with low bar. I feel like I'm getting good depth here, and that's very good because it's likely due to all my mobility work. So if you're not getting much depth, try doing more mobility work, I'm sure it'll help. Some of you might be wondering what the things around my knees are, and these are just neoprene knee sleeves, just like you might put on your wrists or around your legs, and these are just to warm my knees because I noticed they were getting purple during my workout, so obviously the blood flow is not as good there. They're not helping me lift the weight or anything, they're just warming my knees and hoping to prevent any injury in that area. You might notice it looks like I'm kind of looking down, but I'm actually just looking straight forward, and that's to keep a neutral spine in that position, because you always want to keep a neutral spine during lifting weights. It just keeps for a healthier, safer back. And the next exercise I do is Romanian deadlifts, or straight leg deadlifts you might like to call them, and these are very much like a deadlift, but you are not starting from the ground and you are basically keeping your legs a lot straighter than you normally would. And these are really good for hitting the hamstrings. I like them for that. I did notice, however, because the low bar squats use more of your posterior chain, I was already having quite a tired back and quite tired hamstrings at this point compared to usual. Didn't notice I was actually using my Romalios for that first lift, just because I wanted to try them out, because I haven't tried using squat shoes for that lift before. And I actually found I preferred using my New Balance trainers. I felt it more in my hamstrings and just actually felt a bit more stable. I think it's just because I'm used to it, but it felt better in these shoes. Something I need to work on here is keeping my back neutral, because my neck is not in line. Then I move on to calf raises, which I do about 6 sets of, and I'm aiming for 6 to 10 reps. And here I'm just parrying up the weight, then coming slowly down, coming to the bottom, and then not springing, but almost kind of springing on the way up. Just to ensure I can get the reps out, but keeping the whole movement controlled and making sure to keep that eccentric very slow. Here I am doing one leg lunges, I've forgotten the proper name for these right now off the top of my head, but if you want a killer exercise, then do these. This is a real test for your balance, especially if you're going to use what I'm using here and it's not a big surface to try and do this off. You might notice a few times where I have to steady myself, stop and try again. Here you notice that I actually rest a little bit in between, because this is actually a very tiring exercise. You don't want to continue when you're tired or when you're out of breath, so I let myself get my breath back and then I continue on my other leg. Again, I find this really good for hitting my hamstring. It also will work the quad and especially the glutes. It's a great overall exercise and I like it because it's isometric, meaning you're only using one leg at a time, so it's nice in that effect, because I like to have an exercise like that in my routine. Final exercises are pure concentration, isolation exercises, and first I go on to leg extensions here, and this is aiming for 12 to 15 reps. And then my last exercise is hamstring curls, but actually it was question time for me, and here are a few clips.
The great thing is, if you do squats for a long time, you'll keep increasing your calories. Like I'm on almost 4,000 calories, so then I lose weight at 3,500, so that's not hard. In terms of the amount you have, just get it in by the end of the day. It doesn't matter what time, just get it in. I often have a lot of food after this, like before bed. Take creatine. That's probably like the best basic supplement you can take. That omega fish oils, if you don't understand what the fact is, that's a good one. So it's just basic health things really. You can get creatine from your food, so it's just if you don't like, it's like steak, yeah. So if you have a lot of creatine, so like 95% plus creatine, phosphate, energy systems. And if you can supplement with a little bit more, you'll get push those like last few reps out of it. I wouldn't focus too much on supplements, they're really good. I drop them if I didn't like enough money, but it's so cheap. So.